All right, and we're back, and we're back. And last time we blocked out the level, and in my off-screen time, I just went through my blockouts and I just replaced them with just modeled buildings that I did. I just modeled about 7 buildings, and I replaced a lot of them. Not all of them. You see, some of them are still here, but in this episode, I wanted, because we got this going, we got to get started on making this actually turn into like a real playable game. Because right now, if we press play right now, like, yeah, you can walk around and you can craft your knife and all that stuff, but there's still nothing to really do. So let's polish and like make it finer. For one thing that's really bothering me right now is that HUD. So I think we can start working on our HUD. Let's make it a little bit cleaner and all of our menus like cleaner. All right, so that's what we're going to do this episode. So in your third person blueprints folder, there should be one called HUDs. And we were using the main HUD or the stats HUD or status HUD. This is where all your statuses are. Now I want this to be toggleable on and off. So we're going to add that feature in too. But let's fix each one of these though. So my health, like health is fine, hunger is fine, thirst is fine. Do we want it to be bars like that? Do we want it to be at the top of the screen? Do we want it to be at the bottom of the screen? That's the question. So for your game, you need to place them where you need them to be. And for me, I'm going to put mine like this. I'm going to put my health right here at the top left. And I'm going to anchor it to the top left. I've seen games that do it like this. So I'm going to just do mine just like I've seen some games. Everything's going to go across the top. Hunger. Hunger, like the word hunger could be replaced with an icon, like food or something like that, like a ham icon. We'll probably do that eventually too. But I'm going to place that to the left. Place it to the left. Boop, boop. And then thirst. Put that on the top middle. Put this on the top middle. Now, the weight. Weight could be up there too. Money. Sure, money could be the last one up there. Okay. Now that I've got all that going across the top of my screen, like what I could do is clean it up to make sure that it's all aligned. And I'll do that off screen, not on screen, because that's going to take a second for me. But my canteen amount, I don't want that to even be visible unless I have the canteen. So let's fix that. Um, so the canteen amount, let's see bind, let's see visibility. Where's visibility? Let's bind this to something, create binding. We'll go to the third person character. Damn. Get player character. And what we're going to bind this to if they have the canteen. So has canteen. Get has canteen. And if that's true, which is you got to put a branch, boop, 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 then make it visible. If it's not true, copy this node and hook it up and make it hidden. Compile and save. And we're going to do the same thing with the canteen amount. So right here, remember to change your anchors to where it's supposed to be. Okay, cool. Canteen amount right here down at the bottom. Go to the visibility, and we're going to set it. You can actually do that right there. Get that visibility right there. It's the same one you just set up, has canteen. Set that to that same binding. Now, your canteen amount will not show up. Your stats are across the top of your screen. I like that a lot better. Now look, if you see thirst is overlapping hunger, the way that you could fix that is you can honestly tie hunger to the middle of the screen. And we'll just leave health on the left-hand side. Now, it's looking a little bit better for me. Hunger is being overlapped by health too. So I guess we'll put health on the middle of the screen too, just so that it can hold its place. Everything be on the middle of the screen, top middle. Even money. All right, let's see what that looks like. Okay, nothing's overlapping and everything's up there clean. There's no canteen amount because you don't have a canteen. And this way you can have all your stats out of the game. I can even make those bars slimmer to make it better. But that's a good start for me. Now, to make it toggleable, let's put status HUD. So let's think about this. If we want to press A button, let's go to our third person blueprint. And we're going to say create status HUD, add to viewport. Before you do this, let's go ahead and turn this into a variable. So from here, promote it to a variable, and we're going to call it the status HUD reference. All right, status HUD ref. That way we can refer back to it when we need it, and we're going to need it in one moment. So I'm just going to plug that up instead. All right, so as soon as the game starts, that will be added to your viewport. But what if you want to press a button? Like, what if you want to press H on the keyboard? So you press H on the keyboard. What if you want to press H and hide the status? So we could say, get all widgets. Get all widgets of class. And we're going to say our status HUD. We can really just drag this off, get status HUD, and say set visibility to hidden. And then do a flip-flop at the beginning of that. Not a for each, I'm sorry. Flip-flop. And what this would do is every time you press H, it'll turn it hidden, and then it will copy and paste, make it visible. So change that one to visible on B. And plug your status HUD up. Boom, copy, save. Now let's see if that's working for us. When we walk it through, we press H, the HUD goes away. And now it comes back. Goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. Perfect, now we can just see the whole screen. And we don't have to see any of that stuff unless we want to. That's good. Now that's a good start. Next thing that we gotta do is work on that other widget that we had. If you can remember, see the crafting menu? Look how it just overlaps everything. We don't want that to happen. We need our items to show up as well. So like we need our items to show up on the crafting menu. So let's go ahead and tweak that real quick before we end this episode. So if you look at the items widget, it shows like, that's one that we created a while back and it had all our different items on it. But that's not the one we want. Let's go to our crafting widget. Now this crafting menu right here is something that we need to work on. So let's put an image real quick. Image. Search for image. And put that, I would put it right up on the canvas panel and make sure the image stretches across the whole thing. So the way you do that is anchor it to the full screen and then zero out the offsets. Now it's on the whole screen. However, it's in front of everything. And that's because of the Z order. So let's take the Z order and make it go down. So then it'll be behind everything. See -1? I may even say -2 because of the text, but -1 probably is good. Let's just change the color of it. So the color and opacity, let's set it to black, but kind of not all the way black, right? Let's give it some opacity so it blanks out the screen here. Okay. And the other thing that we need to do is when this widget comes up on the screen, what we need to do is pull all the other widgets off the screen. So go to the graph and event construct. It has all this stuff here. So right after it, pull off and say get all widgets of class. And then the widget that we want to get is the status widget that we were just messing with. And we want to say if that's valid. So off of here, say is valid. And the one with the question mark. And plug the blue into the blue. Or we could just say get a copy or a reference. If it's valid, then what we want to do is remove it from the parent. So remove from parent. Or you could have really just set the visibility, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what we need to do, not remove from parent, because we need that there still. So go back there, instead of remove from parent, just say set visibility. Set visibility to hidden. There we go. And then when we close it, we can make it sure that it opens back up. So let's test all that out. So H to hide it. Cool. We pull up the other menu. That hides it automatically. Close that down. And we can still pull up our status. But when we close it down, let's make it open up the other menu. So where's the button on close? So that's on the third person character. And if we can remember, that would be on our widget. So show crafting menu right here. Add a button. Right now it's on P, and we'll go ahead and add our input for that. But when it closes, remove from parent. And what we'll also do is get our status HUD and set visibility to visible. Cool. Now, whenever we close our crafting menu, our status HUD will automatically be visible. And these are little tweaks this is why making a game takes so long, because these kind of things right here, this could take days to get right and beautiful. But right now, it's working. We got our mouse showing, we got this here. Press P, now our status is showing. Press H, you can hide the status. Cool. So that's what we really wanted to do. In the next episode, we're going to add to our crafting menu so we can craft more items. But that's all I wanted to show you in this episode. Hopefully you can get your menus looking a lot better, or your level. Just spend some time getting it right. And I'm going to continue to do that for mine as well. So I will holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.
Run to the money, on my feet, don't fail. The DA and the judge, wanna do their best to jail.